Yes. Well, first of all, hello everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
So how's Houston been treating you guys?
Like a baby treats a diaper.
Okay, that's one way to look at it.
No, not kidding. That was just a line from Cheers, and I always thought it was funny.
That's
It
brilliant.
actually is a good line.
Yeah. No, Houston's rad, especially when it's not August.
And it's not humid.
Yeah. I love Houston.
Awesome.
Good people here.
How many people from Houston here? All right.
Yeah.
All right. And how many people drove in for impossibly long hours?
Not impossible.
Thank you for making the trip, dudes.
Thank you for being a friend.
Sorry. How are you guys? How's the comedy going for you?
Amazing. I love y'all's seafood.
Oh my God, yes. I'm from Louisiana originally. My last name is
Oh.
Hebert.
You are?
From Lake Charles, yeah.
I'm from New Orleans.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Nolans. Where are you from?
Yeah. I'm Canadian, eh?
You're from Canada? So
Yeah, don't about it.
So
Oh yeah.
What the hell,
There,
buddy?
Yeah, totally. No,
Great to see you, bud.
Houston's been awesome. It's my first time in Houston, so thank you all for being so welcoming. You guys have been fantastic. Appreciate you.
Fantastic.
Mark and I are both
Can we
Canadians.
just do the whole con like this, yeah? Is that okay?
I mean, I
The
can't.
whole panel? Sorry, the whole panel, I mean.
Yeah.
What?
That's your natural speaking voice anyway, so just go with that.
Okay.
Fargo.
It's all good. But hey, if Con goes off the rails, it wouldn't be the first time for me. So Dragon Ball. Over 30 years. It's still going strong, and even a new series just came out. How does that feel for all of you, knowing that you're part of that legacy, whether it was when it first started or whether you're still going, no matter what? How does it feel knowing to be in that legacy?
Life is amazing because I have a career thanks to Dragon Ball, and I'm a little bummed that I didn't get a chance to ever meet and thank Akira Toriyama for making it possible, right? Round of applause.
Hey, rest in peace to
Master
Akira
storyteller.
Toriyama. He's the reason we're all sitting up here right now.
True facts.
Are you guys sleepy?
I'll admit I am a little bit. Sorry.
I can't think of many other projects that are comparable to this in the sense of like this its popularity and its longevity. I mean, it's insane. Yeah, it's this once in a lifetime situation. People ask you like, did you think it was going to be a thing? Of course not. Like you never know. And then unless you're working on Breaking Bad, then you probably go, this is going to be a thing. But rarely do you know if something's going to be resonate with people like that ever.
It just makes me pretty happy because I have lots of people come up to my line, and I had a girl come up earlier today. She was like, I watched the show all the time with my brother when I was younger, and I was always like, why aren't there any like lady Saiyans? And so it's pretty cool to be able to finally bring the female energy into the Super Saiyans.
I mean, yes to all of those things. I feel exactly the same way. I feel like a little bit of an imposter on this particular panel because
I feel like you're an imposter as well.
I have some imposter syndrome, and not just because I'm Canadian. These three wonderful actors, played very serious roles, and I played a very, very little tiny role called Zeshin that, like many people, look like you look now when I mention the name. Who?
You're also Dr. Briefs.
I happen to play another guy called Hiro Yui in Gundam Wing. So in that sense, I feel I'm part of the anime universe, and so if I can answer the question that way,
Sure.
Yeah, you didn't know, like we didn't.
Session sounds like a pharmaceutical drug that you'd see like a TV
It
ad
totally
for.
does.
Session.
Do not use if you have any. Yeah, but yes, it has like a life of its own. It's had legs for 25 years, and we get the great fortune of getting to fly all over the world and come and meet with y'all. So it's been such a privilege.
That's awesome. And you mentioned mentioning it from the Gundam Wing part of things, but taking into account all of like a lot of anime, like people like myself, we started watching because of things like Toonami, which put it out there so everyone can see. And for you guys, I'm sure it's just a voice for one first. When did you see like the power of like not just Dragon Ball but Gundam, but all of anime and how it brings people together? When did that really hit you? How powerful it is?
We were talking about that a little bit outside. Was really there was a lot of show support before the pandemic, but after the pandemic, and everybody started looking for content, I mean, it's got to be 300% and more eyeballs and feedback and getting to meet people and just all experience.
For me, it wasn't until I took sometime after Dragon Ball and also Gundam came out, I took a little trip to Japan just for like 2 days, and I didn't really know what. I know it was weird. I was in and out, and I didn't really understand like how big these properties were until I went over there, and like literally every other storefront had like Gundam stuff in it. I was like, wow, I kind of jumped onto a moving train here. You know, it was this huge thing already that we sort of got to then become a part of. So that was my origin story.
I mean, I'll be real. I already did. I was a huge anime fan before I started dubbing. Like, I started watching it when I was 9 years old, aging myself a little bit. But my brother was in the anime club in high school, and he would like bring home the bootleg VHS tapes, and I was basically just like forced to watch whatever he brought home. So I actually like, and I went to conventions and like cosplayed before I was, you know, a voice actor. So it was a world I knew existed and was very excited
Kyle
to
was
join.
like that too.
I'm like, what?
Wake up, Kyle.
Oh, what? Hi.
You were a fan. You were a fan of this stuff.
Yes.
Before you started working.
I grew up in the 70s, so I remember watching Speed Racer, Star Blazers, Battle of the Planets, Robotech, all before the word anime existed.
Yeah.
For a while, it had the racist undertone that we called Japanimation.
I remember that.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up as a kid, you don't know whether it's animated in Japan or America or anywhere. It's just cartoons. And you watch it, and it just connects with you. These stories, these characters, and everything. And then, yeah, the power of these storytellers through the years, and the fandom, and the conventions that have steadily grown for decades. And the fandom of Dragon Ball is no exception to that. It's always there, the undercurrent. Whether there's a show, and then it goes away. And then there's games. We got a game almost every single year, ever since the first Budokai. And we dubbed all the movies, and then the theatrical movies, and then it's still going, which is fantastic.
Except Dragon Ball Evolution, which is not a thing that ever existed ever in all of Dragon Ball history. I refuse to acknowledge that movie ever.
Hey-oh.
I don't care if that gets me in trouble. I couldn't stand that film. So for Kyle Dameon specifically, you guys have been doing Gohan and Cell, like you said, in pretty much everything. And then Superhero comes along. And to me, that's one of the best Dragon Ball movies. Did you see that success like exploding like it did, or did you figure it would because it was Dragon Ball at this point?
Well, considering the past few Dragon Ball movies that were in theaters were always number one, they had to add more screenings. I was not surprised at all how big it would be. But this was the first time it got to come out in IMAX in America. So, seeing it in a packed theater with fans, we went to the orange carpet premiere. That wasn't IMAX, but it was still pretty cool to be there. Yeah, that was neat. It was really, really neat.
Hey, Dameon,
Hey, Elizabeth.
do you want to know a secret?
Sorry, can you guys leave the room for a minute?
Clear out the con.
Cell's my favorite character to play in Fighter Z.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's all because of you.
Oh, that's friendship right there.
I love you so much right now. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
So Dave, what was it like bringing back Cell, even though he was kind
I don't know why I keep letting Gohan power up. It's ridiculous.
I mean,
They
I'm sitting here-
distracted me for 10, 15 minutes. Next thing I know,
your head explodes.
I get a 10-year-old kicking my ass again. This is embarrassing at this point.
I'm studying Super Saiyans. I'm bringing that dad vibe.
I hate you so much.
And then I get gaslit by Piccolo and Pan. So that's the only thing that gets Gohan to like distracted enough to actually be relevant. I mean,
I
what?
would say like he just jingle a set of keys over here, and Cell's like, "Oh, what's that?" That's that. And Gohan's in the corner just going. Fool me once, shame on me.
The amount of yelling that he does as Cell, it had to kill you.
I was just about to ask that. What kind of vocal, like, toll does that take on any of you, for any of your roles that you've done? Like how hard can that be sometimes just to get through those roles?
I think the older, like you hear my voice now, what really kicks my ass is the cons, because the acoustics in here is sort of like not really conducive to, you're yelling constantly. So yeah, for me it's the cons that kick my ass.
A lot of yelling. I mean, they have things that help now, like Chinese cough syrup. It's got to be Chinese though, not anything else. American cough syrup. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the herbs in Chinese cough syrup protect your vocal cords.
Do you have any of those on you?
Not on me. No.
What good are you?
I know.
I have a lozenge.
Thanks for nothing,
I
Gohan.
have the Chinese. Yeah, you can have one. Well, I will say, with my character, like I know you guys are like kind of in the show over and over and over again, but Caulfila was really featured heavily in the Tournament of Power arc. So I had a lot of episodes all in a row. And you forget sometimes that you gotta hold a little bit back because every single fight has to be more epic, like as it goes on. And by the time I got to that final one with Caulfila and Goku, I was like, oh man, I feel like I just screamed myself into a corner here. Like, how do I top this? So it's definitely, I think, the most vocally stressful show I've ever worked on, but well worth it.
Then remember when we used to do Walla libraries? Remember Walla libraries? Well, you would do this at the end. We used to do this. I don't know if we so much do this anymore. But you're right, you gotta hold something back, because then at the end they're like, okay, so like just to cover ourselves, let's get like 16 versions of you like punching and kicking and falling and like battle cries and like, can you give us like a short, medium, long? And the long one was gonna be like 7.5 seconds. And you're just exhausted by the end of it. I kind of got away with not having to do those, and I didn't have so much of a vocally stressful, personally myself, but as I said, I'm just an imposter here.
We're having fun with you though, so it's all good. I mean, I think David might want to hit you. That's what there's in between. But
Only because he's so handsome and I hate that.
he is rather handsome, isn't he?
He's
Yeah,
so
I
good
agree with
looking.
that.
I'm starting to like this panel.
There you go. So, and taking into account any character you guys have ever done, has there ever been a line that just resonated with you in any like throughout your career that you did that stuck with you no matter what?
Look, he's been driven insane by his own fear. And I hate Gohan. Gohan sucks. Gohan is stupid.
I forgot what episode it was when you said that exactly, but okay, I gotta go back and rewatch it.
I try to get it in where I can. It's never scripted. But I'm just like, can I say I hate Gohan here? They're like, I don't know, I think it fits. But
I mean, the iconic one stuck through the years before Gohan was absorbed and became nerfed was, fight you? No, I want to kill you. That's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
It's a cool line. So that stuck me through the years.
well, yeah, because Gohan gets pretty goofy there for a while.
He does.
And so you can latch onto a cool line like that.
Absolutely.
Right? Where you're not like tripping over a banana peel.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this is like a deep line that resonated with me through the years, but I did feel like I was like getting away with something when I got to be like, damn, it feels good to be a Saiyan.
That's fun.
I mean, honestly,
I
I think
really
all of
get
us
to
said
say
that in
that.
our rooms privately when no one was looking. So yeah, so that's okay.
For you, the people that don't know it, I believe that who's the artist that recorded that song? Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. You remember?
Oh,
It's early 2000s hip hop.
Yeah.
Does anyone know?
I can't remember off the top of my head. What was it Ice Cube?
What? Oh, right on. Thank you.
Yeah. You have any lines that stuck with you? Or?
I mean, gosh, like,
Anything.
but Hero's famous line is, "I'll kill you," right? Which is like, it's cool to have a catchphrase, but like something a little brighter would have been nice. You know what I mean? Sometimes we'll sign like, can we just do like mission accomplished? There's another thing he said. I'm like, it's just so much, more palatable. I'll kill you. Everyone.
Well, in your defense, all of Cell's lines refer to murder in some way, shape, or form anyway, so that's, so...
Yeah, I try to mix it up as much as I can. I think we're at the point now where it's like whatever's scripted, and then if you can think of something that's, I don't know, because they can only write for your character so much.
Right.
You know, if it's a new writer or whatever, but you've been doing it for 20, 35, 25 years or whatever, and you're like, I think Sarah would say this. Like, check out my perfect form, it's perfect. You know, fun things like that.
So all these years of doing conventions, meeting fans, just getting to be around them, what are some of your favorite memories with fans, or have fans told you what your characters and or the show has meant to them? Do you have
Their
any
stories. We hear it through social media, but that face-to-face interaction here at the conventions, that really, really resonates. It's cool.
Yeah, because it can feel like a very selfish job, but before the cons, you know, it's like you do it for yourself, but then when you, like you said, you start meeting people and hear the stories, and it's like, okay, maybe there's something more to it.
It happens a lot too, and you know, yesterday someone came up to my table and they were like, I loved Gundam Wing, I grew up watching Gundam Wing, I used to run home after school to watch it on, you know, at 3:30 or whatever, and I loved like the pilots and I wanted to fly, and now he's a pilot for NASA. And I was like, that's awesome, that's not what we had in mind.
No.
I was like, does it have arms and legs and a giant cannon? He's like, no, it's kind of a regular plane. But like, it's cool when stuff like that happens. You wouldn't see that coming.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, to piggyback on what Kyle said, you know, somebody come up to me and tell me like, oh, I watched Fruits Basket while I was going through like this really intense, you know, surgery and all the like physical therapy afterwards, and I'd ask them to put like Fruits Basket on the screen because it kept me buoyant like when things were really painful, and it's just, it is a really solitary job, and you can forget that, you know, you're doing this and it's being broadcast out there, and it's very gratifying to hear that you guys love it as much as we do.
Y'all can applaud that. Yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if all you guys know this or not, but when you're dubbing anime, it's just the one actor at a time because we have to match lip sync. It's a very technical process, so we don't get to record together. So when you guys, oh, what's it like to record with Dameon? It's like, I have no idea. I've never recorded with Dameon. But
Well, sometimes you get like a long, if you're lucky, right? Like I'll get, if you go on before me, I'll get to hear what you did.
Yes.
And feed off of that, but that's about as personal as it gets. You know?
Yeah. We're there with, on the other side of the glass is the director and the engineer. Or during the pandemic, we were recording everything from home.
That's awesome. So, all the characters you guys have done, is there anything in your careers that you haven't done yet that you wanted to? Like, is there anything
I want to be on Yellowstone.
I mean,
I just want to be like in a Western, like forever.
I
right?
can see you in Yellowstone.
But you know what? I wouldn't be a cowboy though. Like they would probably make me a banker, like some kind of like Timothy Hutton's character, you know, like some greedy landowner. And I'd be driving a Mercedes and not a horse. Like the whole point is the horse. Anyway, I don't know. I'm too Canadian for a Western, I think.
I still watch it.
I want to be Batman. Why not? Who wouldn't want to be Batman?
I would want to be Batman. So yeah, I totally buy that. Yeah.
I'm a theater nerd, so it's always Shakespeare for me, something like that. You know, I want to do a Hamlet or a King Lear one day.
I have not yet got to do like a significant role as a boy, like a young boy or a teenage boy.
Like a Gohan, kind of young Gohan, kind of dragon.
Yeah, I really wanna do that.
Let's hear the voice. Let's go.
Not with this compro, if you won't.
Okay, so we're almost out of time, unfortunately. But let's say that they do another Dragon Ball movie, and it's not Cell Max, but like they brought back Frieza, they bring back actual Cell, like from hell, and he's stronger than ever and gets a rematch with Gohan. Would you two be down for doing that again?
Not me, I'm sick of it at this point.
I hate this job.
I'm so tired of fighting Gohan at this point. It's exhausting.
I hate being involved. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. And Kyle and I don't like each other in real life either, so.
I hate this dude.
When art imitates life, right?
I want a Broly, Kale, or Kefla showdown.
Yeah, actually, real talk. I was hoping that would be somewhere in the future, and because when Kevin Kill debuted, and she went Super Saiyan, was it Berserk? Is that what they call it? I can't remember. I just said Legendary all the time. I was hoping that would happen in Broly. So let's say they make that a full movie. How would you like to see that play out? I'm curious.
Well, I would want her to win, of course.
Fused or not fused?
I mean, okay. Just, because I feel like it fits their narrative. I feel like Broly and Kale would fight, and she would this close to winning, but couldn't quite get there, and then we fuse, and that's the magic sauce, the power of friendship.
I mean, that's kind of been the story of Dragon Ball all along. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time, but I do want to thank all of you for all you've done for not just Dragon Ball, for the anime community as a whole. I believe all of us are here because of what you guys have done, and we thank you for your efforts and thank you for bringing these characters to life. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.